So, what is Dooria anyway? Well, if anything, I'd say it's my rebellion against the established rules of proper game design. It's my venture into mostly letting go of these rules and trying to be guided by something else, by what feels right and what makes sense to me. That's not to say I don't appreciate the rules, I very much do, and I've certainly followed them during my many years in the game industry, but I just needed to get away from them at least once, even if it meant rejection and commercial failure. So I made a game that's not player-centric. That means it's not preoccupied with things like clear communication and making sure the goals are spelled out and the player understands them and is perhaps happy and entertained while achieving them. No, this game is largely indifferent towards any of that. There are some player-centric components, such as a couple of tutorials and hints, but overall it's fairly nihilistic and is rather ambiguous and open to interpretation. I often refer to it as a personal piece. It's not abstract, mind you, more of a metaphor. It's a representation of something that I wanted to express, a certain aspect of life. Specifically, it's the frustration and the difficulty of connecting with others in a meaningful way. This is why a failure state is very much possible in this game, and is one of the several potential endings, especially on the first playthrough. This is why you can go around in circles, solve the hardest puzzles, and in the end still be unfulfilled. Because that's part of life, and it is only with a much deeper understanding of how this game works that you can get to a happier ending. Or with just simple luck. That is part of life as well, so it's all fair game. To put it in slightly different terms, when developing a commercial product, you iterate and evolve it based on ongoing feedback from others. Whereas with a personal piece, you shut the door and nobody gets to see it until it's ready, or in some cases ever. I'm not saying that's a good idea, definitely not if you're trying to make a successful game, but perhaps it is a way to make something pure and learn things about yourself that help you grow as an artist. That being said, I'm still not fully satisfied with it. It's still evolving. But after working on it for, over 5 years, I had to make a call and just put it out there. Or it would never happen. If you're a creative type, you know what I'm talking about. And now that it's out and getting some feedback, I am of course listening, but it's still ultimately guided by my inner rebel. I'm sharing this in hopes that it provides a modicum of context to help you, if not appreciate, then at least maybe understand the game and why it is the way it is. So thank you very much for indulging, and I hope you have a nice day.